Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos like the one you're about to see here. First of all, thanks for tuning in. In this video, it's not going to be too exciting, but I wanted to talk about kind of the effectiveness and the impact that even small amounts of money can make on your sinking funds, your savings, or your debt. So just for an example, when we were paying off our debt, there were times that we just made payments of even less than $10. I really did that. And sometimes I made so many payments on our credit card that I would get a message when I was making the payment that multiple payments made over the course of 3 days or something may not post for 7 to 8 business days. It was crazy, but it's the best way that I knew how to pay down our debt as quickly as possible, and also to ensure that I didn't use that money for something else. So it was also, kind of my way of disciplining myself, money in, money out right away. And I really think that that helped us pay down our debt much faster than we normally could have. So if you're interested in our debt payoff, I have all those videos on my channel, and they're archived for you, so you can see the journey and you can see the chart. And sometimes I made huge payments, in my opinion, huge payments, because I got a bonus at work once. I got a promotion actually, so I used all that money and income tax money, anything that I could. But like I said, if I had a few dollars extra, it also went on the debt. So we had received a paper check in the mail from our insurance company, and it was for $64.18. So what I decided to do was take out $65, go cash the check, take out $65 from my bank, just to make everything nice and round, and put this toward my sinking funds. So this isn't going to make a huge difference in the amounts I have in our sinking funds right now, but every little bit helps, and I think that it's really important to be mindful of that, and to know that slow and steady wins the race. And if you only have a few dollars, still put it aside for whatever it is that you are either saving for or trying to pay down, because you will get there, I promise you. It took us so long to get out of debt, fully out of debt, with the exception of like our cars and our house and my student loan. I'm talking like massive credit card debt. And we had done that a couple times in our lives for good purchases, let me say. A lot of that was home improvement, but still it was a lot of debt to take on and then to have to be responsible for paying down. So these are the cash envelopes that I'm using right now for my sinking funds. I have emergency funds, savings, Christmas club, and dogs. And I went into detail about this on my setup video that I uploaded last week. Or actually, there was 2 parts to it, I believe. And I talked about why I have something for emergencies and something for savings, because a lot of people sometimes either put those together or think they're the same thing. And for me, they are not the same thing. For some people, they could be. But the reason why I want them separate is because our emergency fund is actually where I'm trying to build up enough for us to, say, pay our bills in their totality for 6 months. And that would make me feel so much more comfortable than I do now because of our job situation and things like that. I would love to have that buffer and that 6-month padding, to know that we would be completely covered for all of our bills, including utilities, everything, for 6 full months. So that's what I'm trying to do there. The savings is actually probably the most all-encompassing fund, because this is going to cover just general savings plus savings for anything else that we either want or need, say, new appliances, maybe new flooring. If we stay in this house, we are going to definitely have to replace the flooring upstairs. It could also be for things like, saving toward, I don't know, really anything. This could be part of my husband's down payment on a car when his lease is up. Whatever the case may be, it would come from here. So for Christmas Club, that's pretty self-explanatory. And then for dogs, the same thing. We have 3 pugs, and I do need to fund this and start growing this as much as possible, as soon as possible. But today, I'm going to divide the $65 up amongst these 4 categories and see how that goes. like I said, I took this out right away because I just didn't want to spend it on something else. In my mind, it was found money. So I thought, well, you know what? It's found money. I didn't have it before. It's not anything that's going to break the bank or anything, but still $65 is $65. So I wanted to make sure that I did something good with it. So I'm going to actually make one of these little cash envelope slips for each category. I want to put it in with the cash and make sure that I'm also recording it here as well as my notebook. So these are something that I just created really simply, and these come with my cash envelopes when I sell them on Etsy. And I did read, I had 1 or 2 comments that said, you know, you'd be interested in envelopes like this. These are kind of pricey to make, actually. They're more expensive for me to make than my typical cash envelopes, because typical cash envelopes I would just use like scrapbook paper and just try to make them cute, and I always put like a blank label down here so you can write, and I would laminate over it so you could write on it and erase it and use it for whatever category and change it up as much as you wanted to. This is actually Cricut vinyl, so these would cost more money for me to make for sure, but it is something that I would think about. You know, I would think about making these and putting them back on Etsy. I want to start doing my Etsy around the time that I go back to work, so I would say maybe about 2 weeks to prep for that because it's been a while since I've done cash envelopes on my Etsy. All right, so I have Dogs Christmas Club, emergency funds, and then savings. All right. So I'm going to refer to my notebook to see where I was. And I just want to thank you guys so much for the response and feedback about my nephew's budget. We were reading the comments together last night, and he was just like, I don't know, he was so surprised by that, because he was like, oh my gosh, all these people are seeing this, and he's like shocked at, you know, everybody's so positive, and you know, it's just really nice. It was just really nice for him to see. So I was like, maybe you could do your own channel and you could highlight your own situation and budget all the time. You know, it's just something for him to think about. All right, so savings funds, I'm just going to put starting, I have $400, so I'm just going to put that as my starting balance. I know that wasn't my starting balance, but I'm just going to act like it was. And I'm going to put May 2020, and I'm going to cross this out and put date, just like I did for my nephews. So as you can see here, I have the category, which is written horribly, the starting balance, the amount, and then I'm going to put the date. So I don't know, I have to think about how I'm going to do this, because I didn't really plan that. I just knew I was going to put the $65 toward it, but I really didn't plan it out. So emergency fund, $500 to start. So I'm going to put that down. And May 2020. Last night, I was so bored, and I was like, I really need to find something, you know, on Netflix. I don't know. I just wanted to find something good, and I didn't want a series. I just wanted a movie to watch. So I ended up watching The Forest. Have any of you guys seen that? Oh my gosh, it was so creepy. It was, I don't know. I don't want to give it away or anything like that or whatever. These are going to have to be written over. This is crazy. All right. But it was so creepy, and it was okay, you know, as far as a scary movie goes. But, yeah, that's one I hadn't seen before. I like watching scary movies, but I always regret it when it comes time for bedtime. You know, then I don't want to shut the lights off, and I don't know. I'm like that. I can honestly tell you, my entire life, I've been afraid of the dark. And I know that's so embarrassing for a middle-aged woman to be saying in public on her video, but I'm just like that. And I love to watch scary movies. I love to be scared. But like I said, come bedtime, like that's, it's not good. All right, so for the dogs, I'm going to add $5. I know that's not a lot, but this isn't a lot to begin with. So again, I'm going to put just May 2020. I'm going to keep it generic. So I'm going to add $5, which brings the total up to $120. And I'll put that in parentheses. So let's take the money out. 20, 40, oops, 60, 80, 1, 110, 115, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So $120. So yeah, that was a mistake kind of last night. You know what? I did have these in here. I am so ridiculous. I had these in here. Oh my gosh. Guys, I don't even know how I didn't remember that. You know what? That's okay. Because it's different. I'm not putting down how much I put in. I'm just updating the total. So that's fine. And oh, I'm a mess today. I just don't have it together. So anyways, I don't know any other good scary movies to watch. I don't even know if that's a good idea, you know, and actually I'm going to put $20 in the rest of these. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to divvy it up evenly. Some scary movies are just ridiculous. You know, they're gratuitous and I don't know, they're either too violent or just too graphic. And it's pretty rare that there's one I will actually enjoy, you know, for the scares. But yeah. So if you're interested in something that's suspenseful and it's just really creepy, it was only PG-13, so it wasn't like anything too super offensive or anything like that. Like I said, it's called The Forest. So we should have $270 now in Christmas Club. So 50, 1, 52, 50, 60, and 70. And I'll write that down. Oh my God, my writing is atrocious. That's another thing too. The less I write, the worse my handwriting gets. I don't know why it's like that. You know, I mean, I guess you have to practice, you know, anything to keep things going and stuff. But I've been doing everything on the computer for work. And so I haven't been really writing as much. I am using my planner. I'm using my planner a lot because I'm keeping track of like work stuff and, you know, lots of different things. I'm tracking tons of things in my planner, actually, more probably than what I was tracking before because I had a lot of time to think about it. But yeah, I'm definitely using it and getting my use from it. So emergency funds, I'm going to add 20. So that's going to be May 2020. So that's going to be 520. All right, so let's write that down here. May. All right, we'll count it out. 20, oops, no, let's go this way. 100, 200, 300, 320, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, and one more 20 is 520. So do you guys like these update kind of videos? Because if you do, I have no problem updating this every time I get extra money, which isn't a lot, but you know, I like doing it this way. I think it just keeps things current, and I like watching, you know, funds and things like that grow. I like watching debt decrease. You know, that's kind of like, I don't know, it's just very satisfying. So if you guys want to see this more often, I will definitely do it. Still waiting for my husband's unemployment to come in, so that will be good. I'll be adding that to all this too. Okay, so for savings, I had 400. I'm adding 20. So So that gives me 420. All right, and let's update this. That's good. I mean, I don't know. I think that's good. All right, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 40, 60, 80, 93, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 94. And then adding this is 420. I'm going to put this back with the 20 so it's all in order. I'm glad to see a lot of you are, I'm not alone with wanting all the bills to be the same way and according to denomination and things like that. So I guess we're all the same. All right, so that is my update. And even though it was only $65, all of my funds have increased. So I went from $250 to $270 in Christmas. I went from $115 to $120 in dogs. I went from $500 to $520 in emergency, and I went from $400 to $420 in savings. So I think that's a positive direction. So that's pretty good. I'm really happy about that. So let's add up all the sinking funds now and see where we're at. So we have 270 plus 120 plus 520 plus 420 is 1330. So not too bad. I mean, considering the situation, and you guys know everything that we're going through, I'm pretty proud about that. So yeah, couple of videos coming up. I'm going to do my meal plan for the week with you guys and show you that video. And then I'm going to be updating paycheck this week. This week is a paycheck. Show you guys what I'm going to do with that. And a couple other things here and there. So I'm pretty excited because I have a lot of things to share with you. And I'm going to highlight this in pink, just denoting that that was all done on the same day. And then I think I'll do the original in purple since it's written in blue. So that was all the same day. I like color coding things. I don't know, it just makes me happy. And I love these highlighters. I'll link these highlighters down below for you guys if you're interested. They come in like all these colors. They're so cute and they're so fun to use. But I love like all the pastels and stuff, and they're really inexpensive. Well, they're under $10, but that's a lot of highlighters. So, and they're really smooth. So anyways, I'm keeping those in my little candle holder from Hobby Lobby and stashing those over there. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a good scary movie recommendation you want to make, list it down below. If you have any feedback or anything for me, I would love to hear it. I think I've caught up for the most part with all the comments and things like that. But of course, you know, if I missed yours, I do apologize. But yeah, leave anything down below. And hopefully, if you enjoyed this video, you'll give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would love if you stuck around and did so. And hopefully, I'll see you guys in my next one. Take care.